What if you could step back into a dealership in 1990 and buy a brand new car today? Most people think that's impossible, but in the world of high-stakes automotive archaeology, new is a relative term. Right now, there are machines hidden in climate-controlled vaults that have never tasted the open road. Tonight we are performing a forensic deep dive into the 0-mile ghosts. From the first Buick GNX ever built to a Teal Cobra that just sold for the price of a Ferrari, we're looking at paper trails and the specific factory markings that prove these cars are real. In 1987, Buick teamed up with ASC McLaren to create the Grand National Experimental, or GNX. They only built 547 units, and they were the quickest cars in America. But while 546 owners were out haxing the tires, Buick kept serial number 001 for themselves. This car has never been titled. It shows just under 10 miles, all of which were factory shakedown miles. But look at the forensics. If you zoom in on the turbocharger heat shield, you'll see it's a bright, unoxidized silver. On any GNX with more than 50 miles, that shield turns a golden brown from the heat. Even more incredible, the original window sticker is still glued to the driver's side glass. It lists the $10,995 GNX option and the notorious $650 gas guzzler tax. Because Buick kept it, this car still has its original battery from 1987, a Delco Freedom battery that hasn't held a charge in 30 years. It's a permanent prisoner of its own perfection in the GM Heritage Collection. In June 2025, the car world stopped when a 1993 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra sold on Bring a Trailer for a staggering $204,000. Why pay supercar money for a Fox body? Because this car only has 12 original miles. When a car arrives at a dealer, they perform a pre-delivery inspection. They remove the plastic, wash the car, and install the floor mats. But the original owner of this teal metallic Cobra gave the dealer a strict order: do not touch it. As a result, in 2026, this car still has the heavy clear plastic film on the opal gray leather seats. It still has the factory cardboard floor mats in the footwells and the yellow inspection dots on the tire sidewalls. Even the fuel pump had to be replaced recently because the original 1993 gasoline had turned into solid varnish. Every time someone sits in this car, it loses $5,000 in value. It is quite literally a $200,000 piece of history that you can't even touch. The BMW M1 is the only true supercar BMW ever made. Only 453 were built. Most were raced or driven to their limits. But in 2016, a specialist shop called Mint Classics found a red M1 in a garage in southern Italy that hadn't seen the sun since 1982. It was found under a pile of old boxes and literal household rubbish. It had 7,392 kilometers, about 4,500 miles, but it was 100% original. The forensic smoking gun here was the factory Cosmoline. That's a thick, waxy protectant the factory sprays on the engine to prevent corrosion during shipping. Usually, the dealer washes this off during the first service. On this M1, it was still there, yellowed and hardened over 3 decades. The tires were manufactured in 1980 and still had the nubs on the tread. This car wasn't just stored, it was forgotten in a time capsule. The 1990 Chevy 454 SS was a muscle truck built for burnouts. It had a massive 7.4-liter V8 and 385 pound-feet of torque. It was meant to be thrashed. But one specific Onyx black truck was delivered to a dealer in Michigan and immediately hidden away. It has 7 miles. If you look at the undercarriage of this truck, the frame rails are a deep, glossy black. The white factory stencil codes on the rear axle and the paper tags on the brake lines are perfectly legible. On a normal truck, these would be gone after the first rainy day. This truck still has the factory window chalk, a 12, scrawled in white marker on the corner of the windshield, indicating its position in the delivery sequence. It's a truck that has never hauled a single load or seen a single stoplight. Our number 1 spot is the holy grail of the 90s Corvette world, Grand Sport number 810. In 1996, Chevy built 1,000 Grand Sports to celebrate the end of the C4 generation. 810 of them were coupes, and this specific car has less than 15 miles. Look at the wheels. The Grand Sport came with unique black 5-spoke wheels. On number 810, the lead wheel weights still have the original blue paint dab inspection marks from the factory. If these tires had ever been balanced or changed, those marks would be gone. The interior still smells like 1996. The steering wheel is still wrapped in its original delivery plastic. It is the ultimate forensic reference for the LT4 engine. We are on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers so we can go film these survivors in person. Hit subscribe and tell me, if you had a 0-mile car, could you resist the urge to drive it? I'm reading the comments. I'll see you in the next investigation.